everybody, and welcome to our team call. I am so excited for this one because it's literally everything that Beachbody is. It's for the part-time coaches. It's for the woman that's busy, the woman that has so much going on in her life that she needs some extra income but doesn't have a lot of extra time. And I'm going to be going over how to plan according, how to schedule according, what important tasks need to be done and what don't need to be done, and how to set goals according to your schedule. Because I know for me, whenever I started this, I was like, okay, so what actually do I have to do? Because I see what all these people are doing. They're making cute graphics. They're making all these like links and applications, and they're doing all the things. And I'm like, yo, I don't even remember last time I washed my hair, let alone the time to do all the things. So I need to know the things I need to do to make an income, to move my business forward, and to be able to give myself more time to do the fluff. And so that's really what I want to help you real quick with, is knowing what the income-driven activities, the IPAs, the income-producing activities are, how to fit those in your schedule in a way that is going to still allow you to live your life, still allow you to go out with a boyfriend or to go out with your husband or to sit on the couch and veg out. Because we can schedule everything and we can do all the things, but if we work ourselves so far where we don't have anything to enjoy in life, we're going to end up resenting this business. And that's nothing any of us want to do, is resent the business. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and we are going to get started. Before that though, I have some announcements. So I will be starting a coach mentorship on the very end of this month. So I will be starting that, like it'll be starting on the end and officially kick off at the beginning of the month. This coach mentorship is for anybody who just signed up to an emerald, to a diamond. It's for anybody that wants to start having some accountability on their activities. We will have daily check-ins and I will have call-out posts. So if you don't check in every day, I will call you guys out at the end of the week. We're going to be reading a book together. So I will ask everybody to get The Slight Edge, which is the book I'm reading right now. And we will be doing that together along with those income-driven activities. And so this is something to add that accountability and something to really give you that extra push to really make these into habits and to develop that personal development and personal growth and stuff like that. So let's get started. So that will be linked at the top of the page, not tonight, but in the morning. So you can request a join, but I won't be adding anybody until the end of the month to that group. All right, so. Can we see this? Everybody. Perfect. Somebody's unmuted. Who is it? I don't know. It looks like everybody's muted. Maybe I'm hearing things. All right. Okay, so part-time coaching, how to do it and how to be successful. So this is seriously everything, right? Like you're like, oh my God, here we go. Okay, so why is it not moving? There we go. So the first thing I want us to do, and we're going to do this together, right? Except for the talk to your husband parts. So if you have a calendar handy, get it out, get a piece of paper out. We're going to kind of plan this out together so you know a roundabouts of what you're going to be able to do to be able to fit all this in. So the first thing I want you to do is plan. We're not even going to put pen to paper in this scenario. We're just planning it out. I want you to think of what is most important to you. And remember here, communication is key with your husband. And so when in the planning process, I always say, we want to talk to our spouse and say, honey, every single night, I need 1 hour of uninterrupted business time. When do you think that will work for us on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday? And so you guys sit down and he says, okay, well, Thursday we have 9 o'clock because kids are asleep. And then Tuesday it might be 6, but just have 1 hour every single week that you have dedicated to your business. That means your husband has the kids. That means you're closed off in a closet, closed off in an office, in your bedroom. That means you're not scrolling social media. That means nothing. You are dedicated to your business that 1 hour. That is all you really need, is that 1 hour of dedicated, because then you're going to fit other stuff in little pockets of the day. But that 1 hour is what your income-driven activities are going to be. And we'll talk about how that looks like for me now versus when it did. So I want you to remember, you control your time. Your time does not control you. And so when we're thinking about planning, meaning we're finding out what hour works for everybody, what hour I'm going to do on the weekends, or 2 hours I'm going to do on the weekends, how I'm going to make sure my spouse knows I love them and that I want to spend time with them, but also that my business is, this is where communication is key. And this is where I really want you to say, honey, these are my goals, and we're going to set goals on this call as well. These are my goals and the vision I have for this with our family, how it's going to help us in the long run, because I know from a skeptical husband, having one, casting your vision and letting him know what you see out of this is key. And then showing him what your income goal is here, then your income goal is here. So they can see that, oh, this is a real business. She has goals. And then he's going to see you go for them. So remember, communicating that and knowing that he can do it. I know as mamas, and some of y'all ain't mamas, but a lot of us are mamas, that we feel like our husbands cannot wipe their ass without us. Trust me, I get it. I literally feel like my husband can't wipe his ass without me sometimes. But we have to also remember that they gave birth to these children as much as we did, right? They're their parents just as much as we are. So we have to relieve the reins a little bit and at least make them have 1 hour with the children. Maybe that means that they're doing, story time with them or whatever, that we get to do our business and focus on us. So let's go. Scheduling. This is my favorite part. Okay, so I know we all get such bad reps on schedule. Like, it's so restrictive, or I can't do it, or my life is just so crazy. But I want us to look at the schedule as an outline of our lives, because we have to remember, when we schedule, we actually find we have more time than we thought. I know for me, I have a daily scheduler. And I can actually get it out. And it really, when I started scheduling out what I was doing, so before I even did the business schedule, I did 1 week and I wrote down what I did each hour. Meaning, like, after I did the hour, I wrote down what I did. And then I wrote down what I did, because I thought I had no time. Like, I literally was like, I have no more time to invest in anything else. And then I realized whenever I wrote down what I did in a day, every day for a week, I was watching a lot more TV than I thought I was. I was scrolling social media a lot more time than I thought I was. I was sitting on my rear doing nothing a lot longer than I thought I was. And so really makes you aware of maybe some things that we do subconsciously that we don't realize we do. Because a lot of us, we all have the same 24 hours in the day, right? Like, we all do. But some of us use it better than others. And this just kind of helps aware. So use that activity to maybe make you more aware of the time that you do have. And you don't even have to do it a whole week. Just do it a couple days and write down what you do every single hour in those couple of days. And I promise you, you will realize where you can fit in things and what you can eliminate that might not be necessary right now. So here is what I want you to do first. So if you have a calendar, you can do this with me right now. If not, just do notes, and then you can go and schedule your stuff later. So the first thing we want to do is we want to block off the time that we know we can't do anything. So for me, I would always start with blocking off the time I was at work. So if you're at work from 8 to 6 or 9 to 5, I would scribble out all of that area that I was at work except for my lunch break. Because whenever I was working full time, I utilized my lunch break to get stuff done. So if that's something you're able to do, then you cannot scribble off your lunch break. If that's something you're not able to do, maybe you don't really get a lunch break, then you just scribble off all that area. Okay. The second thing I want you to do is block off any of the other things, maybe running the kids to and from school. So, this 30 minutes I'm running the kids to and from school, and this 30 minutes I am. And then any other activities, maybe every single Monday, Susie has football. Why did I say Susie has football? Susie has gymnastics. So you scribble off where Susie has gymnastics every single Monday, because you can't really do anything there unless you're sitting there and you can just send messages like I do. So then other things, like maybe you always watch This Is Us with your husband, and that's something that you really cherish and that time that y'all really enjoy together. Scribble that off, because remember, we don't want to eliminate the things we enjoy. We don't want to eliminate the things that really spark us joy. Maybe you love spending time with your kids when they get home from school. So from 3 to 4, that's kid time. Scribble it out. This will help you be more aware of when you are supposed to be with your family versus when you're working. Because I don't know about y'all, when I first started this, I was not very aware of my time. And so I caught myself hanging out with my kids, but still on my phone. Or I caught myself, hanging out with my husband watching a show and then sending messages while I was watching that show with him. Because why not? I'm sitting on the couch right here. But that was dipping into my time that I enjoyed with him. And so really being aware of your time means that you know that your phone's going up right now and that your phone is going to be out at this time, so that you can really make sure you're being present everywhere. Because the second that you're not, and the more you're spending on your phone, that more your husband will start resenting you, the more your children will start, talking about your phone. And so if that's something important to you, really making sure that time is precious, and we don't have that much with our family, and we're doing this to have more time with our family, not to take away less. And so really managing that block of time and staying productive within that time is going to be key. So then you might want to block off when you cook dinner, bed and bath, and all that stuff. So once you block off all that, you're going to see what you have left. You're going to be like, oh my God, I don't even have that much time. But you do. Just breathe. And of course, block off the time you're sleeping, but most of my calendars don't show that. So next thing you want to do is block off weekly calls. These calls are here for you. These calls are here to guide you and to give you some training of some sort. So I appreciate everybody that makes them a priority. So make sure that you block off the weekly team call. That's every single Monday at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, except for holidays. So make sure that you block that off. And then any other calls that you might need to be on, maybe you host your own team call, or, maybe you like to be on the Follow Your Bliss team call, or whatever, block those off. So now everything's blocked off that is scheduled. So now we need to look, what is that 1 hour that our husband said that we can work the business because he's going to take care of the kids, or he's going to preoccupy himself with whatever. Okay, so now block off that time. That time is going to be your business time. That time is when your head's going to be down and you are going to be hustling your face off. So making sure that you have that blocked off. So we have our day scheduled, and now we don't have to worry about when we're going to do our business, when we're going to do this, because now we know when we're going to do everything, and then we just have to decide how we're going to do it within those times. All right. Why are we not? And so just remember, I like to put this friendly reminder here, and I'll repeat it a couple times. The calendar is not the Bible. I, for so long, felt like if I wrote it in the calendar exactly at that time, it had to happen exactly at that time. And if it didn't, I was going to be forever behind, and I wasn't going to ever catch up, and I was going to be unsuccessful. And I created this whole story in my head if I missed a time. But the calendar is not the Bible. Like, it does not have to go by verbatim. You don't have to abide by it 120%. It is just an outline to ensure you are getting everything you need done in the day. If you know that you were supposed to send invites at 8, but you were so busy doing something else, you just know that you're going to have to make it up somewhere else. And so that just shows you what exactly you've gotten done in the day and what you have still left. And things might need to be moved around. The kid might get sick. Your husband might have to go do something. Everything can happen in the world. We know this. But if it's in the calendar, at least we know we can move it around to make sure we still fit everything in the day and make for life changes, okay? All right, so establishing a routine. I am so routine oriented because I find the more I have a routine, the more successful I am, because I know every single morning I'm doing X, Y, and Z, and that's going to make sure that I have a successful afternoon and a successful evening. So I'm gonna go over my routine. So this is my routine, the way I kind of do everything. And then you can establish your routine according. I am strict on my morning routine. My morning routine is the exact same thing every single day. Right now with pregnancy, it's, been a little bit more slack, but it still happens in the exact same order, just maybe not the exact same times. So here's my morning routine. So 6 a.m., I wake up, don't spring out of bed, but I get up. 6:15, I am PD and journal. So I'm reading my personal development and my business development, and then I'm journaling, doing things I'm grateful for and my affirmations, and then writing my goals down. 7 a.m., oh my gosh, I'm getting nauseous, sorry. 7 a.m., I work out, and 7:30, I post on social media. So I post my workouts, and I write up my workout post to post later, or then I post it right then. And then 8 a.m., I send my invites. And so then at 9 a.m., I am done for the morning, usually. If not, if Riley's not awake at 9, then I will go from sending my invites to sending follow-ups if she's not awake yet. So that is my morning routine every single day. And I know a lot of people are like, gosh, that's so monotonous. But you see what I did here, right? I made sure I poured into me first before I check social media, before I start going in my inbox, before I do anything. I do not go into my inbox until all of my IPAs are done, all my income producing activities are done. Because honestly, y'all, going in your inbox, it means you're starting to consume what everybody's doing. You might get a negative message, you might get some asshole being a jerk, or you might get all these things. But if you make sure that you get the things that take the effort out of the way first, you can ensure that you're not going to let anybody's outside influence mess up your income producing activities, because those are the activities that are going to have us hitting Success Club, that are going to have us, showing up every day, that are going to have us becoming successful and moving our business forward. So make sure that you get those done first. So then the afternoon, this could be a routine you have on your lunch break or while your kiddos are sleeping. So for me, my afternoon is while Riley's at school. So from 12 o'clock to 3 o'clock. This is when I do coaching stuff. I check my inboxes. I do calls sometimes. So this is just miscellaneous stuff that I need to get done. I do in the afternoon. And then in the evening, you maybe would want to do an hour and a half in the evening. So like 8 p.m., checking inbox. 8:30, miscellaneous things you need to do. And then 9:30, you're unplugged, you're done for the evening. And that could be another guideline. So once you block off your time in your calendar, really establishing what you're going to do during those times. And so I am a firm believer, if you're willing to get up early enough to get your invites done before you have to go to work, to be able to get stuff done before you have to go to work, that is you're 66% more likely to do it every single day than if you waited till when you got home to do those. I always say our IPAs should be done before we leave work, before we consume anything, because then we are less likely to let outside forces screw with our mind. How many times have you said, okay, I'm going to get my invites done after I get home from work at 6 o'clock. But then Sally Sue pisses you off at work, and Susan's being a dick, and then you're just like, everybody is out to get you. And then by that time, you're like, nope, screw it. I'm done. I'm going to sit here with a glass of wine, and I'm just going to say fuck it to everybody. How many times has that happened? Let's be honest. Because I know for me, that happened more than once. I would be so gung-ho about getting everything done, and then life would hit me. So I found that getting the things done before life could hit me ensured that I was a lot more successful. And then in the evening, I would do the things I enjoyed to do more, like talking with people, like making pretty graphics if I need to, like stuff like I enjoy. It's called Eating Your Frog. It's a book called Eat That Frog, and it basically means you do the shit you hate the most first, so you can't talk yourself out of it throughout the day. And so whatever that is for you, try to get that in your morning routine. And every single day do it. But always pour into you first. Get your journal, get your PD, get your workout done. And if you do PD in the car, like on your commute, then just journal and then work out. But finding that schedule that works for you. All right. So the business activities tracker, we're going to spend a little bit of time here because this thing is the Bible for Beachbody, I swear. Every single thing you need to do to become a successful coach is on this. And it breaks it down into times. So this is what you will do for your 1 hour power hour. This is it. So the business activities tracker was meant for part-time coaches. It was built to show you exactly what you need to do in a day to be successful with all of our vital behaviors. So here, this is a week. So I want you every single Monday to print one of these out. This is going to be your weekly. I heard somebody was unmuted and I get squirrely. Please make sure everybody's muted. Everybody's muted, but I don't know, whatever. But this is to make sure that you print this out every single Monday. So I do a tracker from Josh right now. I print it out every single Monday. So I want you to do that exact same thing with this tracker. So first, you're going to check out workout and Shakeology. That is making sure that you're being proof of the product, the first vital behavior. So check that off. Then the second thing is initiating connections and add followers. That's 20 minutes. So that means going in and doing the 3-2-1 method, meaning going and liking 3 people's photos, commenting on one of them, and then sending them a message. Going and liking 3 people's photos, commenting on 2 of them, sending them a message. 3-2-1. So doing that for 20 minutes. So what I do is I still follow this to this day with these time limits. And I will so I'll get on my clock and I will go to my stopwatch or my timer. And I will literally set a 20-minute timer and then go ham, put my head down and do those things. Not watch Instagram stories, not twiddle my thumbs, not look at my favorite bloggers. I will do exactly what needs to be done at that time. The next thing is do a social media post that benefits your healthy lifestyle. So that's your workout post. So I do that in the morning. After I do my workout, every single morning, I'll sit down while the endorphins are running, while I'm feeling all the good feels, and I will do that post. So that might take 10 minutes. It might take 5. Who knows? But it gives you up to 10 minutes to do that. And then update your Instagram story throughout the day. This isn't something that you just do sitting in your hour. This is something that you stay mindful of. So daily life, workout clip, product you use, not showing the brand. So maybe you do your pre-workout dance party something every morning so you can check that box off. Healthy meal and prep idea, invitation, promote your group every single day, do a call to action. Every single day, invite somebody to your group. Every single day, do a poll, do a like little slide thing, something to invite somebody every single day. I do it and they do it. If they don't know you have something to offer them, guess what? They're going to join your ass because they don't know. So you have to do this every single day. You're not being salesy or icky. Just slide it in there every single day. After your workout, say, do you want to do this with me? Yes or no? Or maybe you're just talking about how excited you are about this. If you're interested in doing this, message me right here. Something along the lines of that so they know that you have something to offer them every single day. And then recognition and shout out every single day, meaning you might recognize somebody in your boot camp, or you might shout out your husband for crushing a workout. Shout out, your best friend, or shout out your accountability group, like just in general for showing up for you. Just recognize someone for helping you on this journey or for crushing it themselves. And then respond to all new likes, comments, and views for 25 minutes. So that means going in and responding to the comments or sending invites versus the likes and stuff like that. This 25 minutes and 15 minutes, I combine them because in my eyes, responding to all new likes, comments, and views is inviting. So I'm not going to just respond to them and say, hey, dude, thanks for liking my photo really awkwardly. I'm going to go in and say, thanks for liking my photo and invite them to whatever I'm talking about. So I combine those two. So I give myself a total of 40 minutes to invite people, which is exactly how long it takes me to invite 30 people a day. And then follow up with people you've invited. So for 15 minutes, head down, follow up with people. And then the 3, get people results, contribute to your challenge group. So making sure that you're posting, if you're just running it with me, making sure you're posting in there, making sure that you're posting in your challenge group, and then recognize achievement in that challenge group. Maybe you saw Sally Sue was crushing it, or maybe you saw Ashley was showing up for the first time. Just recognize them, and then engage in your personal and professional development. So that's part of your morning routine that you can check off. And see, this is every single thing that we need to do in a day, not the fluff. Like, it's your income driven activity. So this is something you need to make sure you get done every single day. It doesn't include the fluff. Like, you know what I'm talking about, like creating link trees, or, watching Ample's amount of training instead of going into action with the trainings. We've got to spend more time doing than watching, because if we spend more time watching, then we're going to be so in study mode that we never practice what we need to do. And here you're also going to write down your why. So remind yourself why you're doing this every single day, as well as your target market, so you can stay focused when you're engaging and growing. So right now, my target market is moms and expecting moms. I am growing a big expecting moms journey. And so I am going to first trimester hashtags, and I'm going to, how they announced it and stuff like that, and following people that are in similar spans of life as me. So you might just want to see, who are you looking to attract that is going to be in similar lives as you, so that you can go and find them, but have it right there so you know. All right, so setting your goals. We're going to talk about setting those fun goals. Because, y'all, goals are awesome, but we have to stay semi-realistic with our goals. I mean, I believe in the big, crazy, audacious goals, but I also like to kind of think of them from a logistic standpoint. So the first thing I like to think about the time you're willing to invest in the goal. So how much time are you willing to invest? Are you willing to invest 1 hour a day, or 2 hours a day, or 3 hours a day? How many hours are you willing to invest in a day? So you need to first ask yourself that before setting the goal at all. Okay, so there you go. So then the second thing is figuring out what your goal is. So you've got your time. Now, what is the goal? So is your goal to hit Success Club 10 that month? Okay. Is your goal to become a diamond coach within 3 months? Okay, great. Is your goal to hit elite? I don't know. That's what our goal is right now as a team. So maybe you want to go for that big of a goal. Whatever your goal is, it's amazing for you. And so then the second thing is establish a plan. What do you need to do? 1 today, this week, 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, a year, however big your goal is, break it down into what you need to achieve during those times. So like if your goal is to hit Success Club 10, right? This month. So maybe your goal is to hit Success Club 10 in October. Okay. So that means, today you need to make sure you're getting all your IPAs done. You need to make sure you're finishing and doing your business activities tracker. So then the third, in 1 week, you need to make sure that you've done that every single day and then added 1 person to your team, right? So then in 2 weeks, make sure that you've still done that business activities tracker every day. You've done that all week, and you've added 2 people to your team. And so you basically need to add 1 person each week, and then 1 week you need to add 2 people. So then the third week, you did everything you needed to do, and you added 2 people. So you're on track to hit your 5 people goal, which is Success Club 10. Maybe your goal is to hit diamond in 3 months. So that means, in 1 month, you need to add 3 people. In month 2, you need to add 5 people. In month 3, you need to add, 3, 5, I don't math very hard, 8, 9, 10, 11. It's like 5 more people. I don't math very hard. But break it down like that so it can make it more obtainable for you and you can realistically map it out. Because I just see so many of us, especially myself, setting these big goals. Like, all right, new year, I'm setting these big goals, but then you're like, okay, this shit's so far away, I am never going to hit it. But then if we start breaking it down, we start seeing how much more obtainable it is and how we're going to be able to do it. But we have to break that down. So break down that big goal you're setting for yourself right now into small amounts. But the first thing you want to do is make sure it is within the time that you're willing to invest. And then the third thing after you've done all that is reevaluate. I reevaluate my goals every month. I reevaluate where I'm at. I reevaluate where I need to go so I can maybe adjust my goals or adjust my timeline, because nothing's worse than getting to December and then pulling out that dusty old dream board goal sheet and saying, well, shit, there ain't no chance this is happening. All right, let's just try again next year. Like, there's nothing worse than that. So making sure that you are checking out your goals weekly, monthly, whatever you want to do, and reevaluating as you go. So you know that you're doing every single thing in your power to be able to set those goals and to be able to achieve those goals. All right, so let's go with the last thing. And this is going to be a little bit of mindset, so buckle up because I'm going to get a little bit real with us. And like I said, but with anything, this boils down to one thing and one thing only. Do you want it bad enough? Because I'm going to tell y'all something. This is not going to come without sacrifice. This is not going to come without those limiting beliefs creeping in. This is not going to come without questioning whether you're good enough for this. This is not going to come without setbacks. This is not going to come without life crushing you and knocking you over and rolling back over you, and boyfriends breaking up with us, or husbands annoying us, or children acting up, or missing a goal, or whatever. This is not going to come without your heartbreak. But you have to think, with like anything, does anything in our life ever come without setbacks? Does anything in our life ever worth anything come without struggle? Does anything in our life ever come without any of that? No. You did not get where you are in your fitness journey right now without being knuckles deep in a family-sized bag of Oreos, realizing what the fuck happened and snapping out of it. You didn't get to where you are right now in your fitness journey without chugging a whole bottle of wine because you were so frustrated with the scale, and then the next day getting back up and doing a workout again because you know that this isn't going to get you where you want to be. It's the same with our business. How bad do you want this? Because guess what, y'all? Right now, no matter how hard it is for you, no matter how discouraged you are, no matter how much people are telling you no, telling you fuck off, blocking you, telling you not right now, thank you for inviting me, I'm already with a coach. No matter how much rejection you get, it's not worth quitting, because you still have that hope that this is going to get you to where you want to be. Because if we quit, where do we end up? Right back where we started. And I kind of want us to take us back to that place where we started. How are you feeling? What thoughts were going through your head? Did you have any hopes for the future, or were you just going through the motions? So yes, this is hard. This is going to not come without struggle, but it's going to be worth it when you get to where you're going. And the only time you're going to get to where you're going is if you stay consistent and show up every fucking day, no matter what. No matter, husband's being a jerk, work was hard, you're tired, your boyfriend's not answering your phone, like whatever is going on in your life, it is not worth losing the dream that you had when you began. So you need to never forget that dream, okay? Never forget how bad you want it. Never forget what work it takes. And never forget those core income-driven activities that we need to get done every single day. Because that's what's going to build upon and give us the life that we dreamed of. They'll help us get to those goals that we've set for ourselves. But y'all remember, if we don't consistently do that, it's for nothing. So if you're the person right now showing up Monday, I crushed that shit. Tuesday, oh, okay. I missed a couple, but it's not a big deal. I'm going to make it up Wednesday. Wednesday, fuck. It's hump day. Work was, this just isn't happening today. I'll make it up tomorrow. And then by Friday, you were like, Beachbody, what? And then Monday, you're like, I'm starting again today. If you're like that right now, that's not going to get you to where you want to go. It's time to, one, evaluate, do you still want this? Is this still your goals? Is this still going to present you to your dreams? Because if we only kind of sort of show up, we're only going to kind of sort of get results. And that means we're going to really waste our time. And so make sure that, you're doing this every single day. There is not just Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday on the tracker. There's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday on that tracker. And you can still put 1 hour in every single day and still have so much time to spend with your husband and with your kids and going out to the barbecues or spending time for Christmas. You can still do it all, but it's not going to come without your sacrifices. So you need to think, maybe you're willing to maybe you're not willing to sacrifice This Is Us, but you're willing to sacrifice, sitting on the couch with your husband scrolling Instagram while he's watching Monday Night Football. Or you're willing to sacrifice Thursdays. I don't even know what's on Thursday. Maybe The Bachelor. I don't know what's on Thursdays. There's a show on Thursday that you like. Maybe you're willing to sacrifice Tuesday night dinner with your in-laws, but you're not willing to sacrifice Wednesday night cocktails with your friends. Like, just figure out what you're willing to sacrifice and what you're willing to not, so that you can fit in everything. Because we all have these things that we're like, well, we're doing it, but it's not really like the best thing. It's not really sparking joy. Like, if it's not a hell yes, it's a hell no. And so if you're doing things in your life recreational that's not a hell yes, you got to cut that shit out. You got to say hell no, because you've got these goals, you've got these dreams that are not going to build themselves. It takes time, at least an hour and a half every single day, an hour to an hour and a half every single day. And that's of dedicated watching, dedicated doing, not scrolling, not, fiddling, not taking half-ass, not taking pee breaks. That's like face down, zipping through everything. So making sure that you are being realistic when you're doing during that hour is also important. So that's my spiel. Does anybody have any questions for me? Nobody?
Quick question.
Well, okay.
The tracker that you were talking about, I missed the beginning part of it. The tracker, that's in the file section. Is that where we? Okay.
Yeah, the business activities tracker from Beachbody. It's also in your back office.
Okay.
So you can get it there. You can get it on Google. But yes, it's in the file section. So let me share. Maybe I can show it to you. So if you go to Hustle and Heart Dynasty, I'm also just verifying, but I'm like 99% sure it's there. So files. This probably would be quicker if I didn't have 100 tabs open. Yes, Beachbody Activity Tracker. So just click it and it'll take you there and print it off. It's for a week. So then just making sure that you are printing it off. I print mine off this goes from Thursday to Sunday, or Thursday to Wednesday. So you can print yours off every single Thursday, because Thursday is the beginning of the week for Beachbody. For me, my tracker goes Monday to Sunday. So I print mine off every Monday, but I would print yours off every single Thursday to make sure that you just have it going Thursday to Wednesday. Anybody else? All righty then. Well, we'll just go ahead and end this thing.